We'll go live on Instagram or Facebook.
We are
Just the
live.
background noise. Hey, keep it down a little bit so they can hear us instead of everybody else. We should do like probably maybe wireless mics next time. Siéntate, Carlos. Did you open it up?
Yeah, tenía un seal. Oh yeah.
Dale,
Aquí. Tragitis.
Oh, not for you, I like it.
Yeah, it was in a view for you.
Very nice.
Perfect.
I had entry.
So,
So first of all, happy birthday, no?
Definitely. Happy birthday.
yeah, thanks a lot.
Next year is the big 6-0.
Yeah,
Oh, you had to
next
say
year's the big 6-0 shit. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, this is something that everybody kept asking about. You and I talked about it in your
Many
office.
times.
Everybody asked about, why is it that I don't get invited to after hours with George at Sabor Havana and Aquiles, and it just, organically materialized like this, and we did this production thing, which was supposed to be an iPhone and and a little stand.
It's a lot more than an iPhone.
With a what you call it, with like one of those domes, those
Dome
light
lights.
donuts or whatever.
Right.
But it's great to have friends. My guys behind the camera, they refuse to put their logo on the screen, but I'm going to tell you who they are. They're Albert Productions. I mean, Nick and Eddie, they're just great. A couple of years ago, we met through a production company that we worked with, and he introduced us to him for lighting at the Smoke This, and they did the lighting, and they helped me out immensely. And then I called Nick up with the idea, and he got with Eddie, and he goes, "This is just simple." And I mean, they brought a crate and all that kind of stuff.
super
and,
simple.
It's not
yeah, so Aquiles wants to know, how am I going to do it next time? We're just going to have to pay them to come out here and do it. So.
We'll put a little camera there and that's it.
Right, yeah. So anyway, here we are. I'm George, of course, and that's Aquiles. We're the co-owners or the owners of Sabor Havana Cigars here in Doral. And with us tonight, just to shoot the shit, we got Omar. Omar Fernandez from AJ Fernandez Cigars. So he was the one with the idea that said, you guys should do it, you guys should do it, you should do it.
First, because you know the idea.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I just don't know if anybody really wanted to come out and for it to be the first one, right? The guinea pig. So I get to be the guinea pig, which is fine. But I've been telling him for a long time, and you need to get a microphone. I think the microphone loves you. And I'm sure you love the microphone too. And get him, the camera's going to love you too.
My employee told me that there isn't a microphone I don't love.
That's right.
So I bought a bullhorn.
So here we are, of course. And
So tell us what's going on with AJ, with this pandemic stuff. Is production going well? Are we having issues with inventory? Is he coming out with something new?
thank God the pandemic over there, they really don't know anything, but thank God nobody's gotten sick that I've heard of. AJ has taken every measure possible to secure all the employees from sanitation, checking temperature, the clinic that he has on site. They got those plexiglass barriers that we don't have here. We should probably have that, right? We're about 6 feet, I think.
Well, we have one over
Well, you
there.
have it all over the store, yeah.
But we're facing forward.
That's right. We're good here.
We're good.
We're good.
We
And
have,
we have alcohol.
We have alcohol, which kills any bacteria that goes out.
And the
By the way,
nicotine.
the alcohol that we have is Macallan. My friends from RNDC, they're super generous with us all the time. So cheers to AJ, Macallan, Sabor Havana,
Happy 59.
and happy 59. Cheers.
So luckily we've been able to continue the production. The shipments have been coming in regularly, about once a week.
Do you have any back stock?
We have a few back orders, but not due to any pandemic. It's just certain, how it is, a natural product, and certain things are take longer to produce and to be ready. And
How about your backup inventory?
we have really, really good inventory right now. We pride ourselves in shipping almost everything same day. You guys have home field advantage, as you know, so it's not even same day, it's like same hour, same minute, you just could show up, which is great, that's always fun. And that's where these conversations come up, we have,
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we always talked about we could do this, we could do that, and we never really materialized to do it. Again, this wasn't supposed to be with these lights and with this, camera and the detail that these guys did. They're professionals. So, I wanted to do something organic, something simple, but they're my friends and they said they'll take care of it and I trust them, so I am extremely humbled by everything they brought and proud that they're my friends and all the production that's going on. I can't see it. I mean, I originally saw it on the screen when they were putting it together, but I can tell you that it's got to be like crazy.
yeah, you'll be watching it all by tomorrow. Tonight you replay it.
And then we'll put it on, I think we got to go to
YouTube.
Instagram and then we got to put it to our YouTube channel.
Right.
And then we hope to do this like, I don't know, every two weeks, 3 weeks or something like that, or every little while just to catch up. And, it's good because Omar, not only is he a big cigar guy and he's in the industry, but we have a lot in common. We're also gun enthusiasts. So,
Absolutely, Second Amendment, baby.
Second Amendment, he's carrying and mine is under the magnet there. So
Yeah, they're all
we're protected.
very safe here in Doral.
Besides the
And all
fact that there's
policemen
probably
are back
about 6 or 7 cops in the back room,
Yeah.
they're all ready to go.
They can leave whenever they want, but they're there.
They're there, right? They're there. So, what
What do
else?
you think about the ruling from the FDA last week?
Interesting. A lot of people are very excited. I think that we now have a definition of what a premium cigar is. We are smoking premium cigars today. It's not over. It's delayed, and that's the
But I
key part
heard,
of it.
I had somebody tell me today they were really happy. This person's very involved in it, one of the other manufacturers, and he told me it's going to be at least 2 or 3 years before, or it might just go
That's what
away.
the experts are saying because of the time frame that it's going to take for the FDA to restudy this.
Right.
And it's funny to me how the FDA has put out articles and studies that they have done where smoking 1 to 2 premium cigars a day compared to somebody that doesn't smoke that is nil, no impact, right? So it's going to be weird how they study that. Plus, I guess the real reason this all started was to keep cigars, and in our case, premium cigars. That's what you sell here at Sabor Havana, and that's what we manufacture, and it's to keep premium cigars out of the hands of children, which now, by the way, during this whole thing, when the smoking age went from 18 to 21, I don't know, many 21-year-olds are spending $6, $8, $10, $12, $20, $30 a cigar.
No, they don't. They don't come in.
Yeah, if you sit here and we get a ton of people coming in and out a day, the demographics of the people that come in here are definitely nothing under 25. Everybody that comes here is 25 and above, 25 and above.
They
You
can
never
afford
see
it.
young
They can
kids.
afford that.
And I really would like to hope that the FDA would seek out retailers with experience like you guys that have been in this 20 plus years and have an excellent variety of everything you can imagine under the sun here, right here in one location, and talk to you and say, what is your experience? Who's coming through the door? And go see others that have been established like this around the country, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah. By the way, also, I forgot to mention from the beginning, if you guys have any questions, Nick and Eddie are behind the camera or behind the screen, and they'll be able to tell us if you have any questions. This is like shooting by the hip. This is not a format. This is, we're just trying to figure shit out as we're going.
I know Billy and Gus from Viva la Vida Artesano de Tabaco are watching. Billy and Gus, thank you for all you do, for supporting AJ and
I had a good Zoom call with Billy and Gus.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
That was an interesting call. You had a late night knock on the door, you were closed.
Yeah, there was a guy who showed up while I was doing a Zoom call with them, and I let him in. The guy spent like $200 or $300, I think.
Amazing,
like
man, but he was a little.
Yeah, he was a little. Yeah, but that's why you carry a gun.
There you go.
To protect yourself from those kind of things.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just a tool.
Yeah.
New lighter.
Absolutely. Is that the one that you told me you were doing for promos?
Yep.
Good.
So I've got plenty of
Well,
those.
Billy and Billy and
Gus.
his brother and Gus. Billy and Gus, tell them that you just brought in an order of Viva la Vida because we were out.
I did, yeah. There's more Club 500 on the shelf. There's Robustos.
We were almost out.
Yeah.
That's what you get, like that hourly delivery, no? It's that you don't wait a day.
You get spoiled like that. I don't know how you do it with the other people that are in Orlando or Texas or whatever.
Yeah,
you gotta wait.
We're lucky. We got you guys. There's my father close to here, so we get that Miami Cigars. We get that home field advantage from them. So
HPC.
Oh,
They're actually headquartered here. I think they're headquartered here, no?
Yeah, headquarters is headquartered in the back.
Yeah.
So
good people.
let's go into like the Second Amendment guns and stuff like that. There's a huge shortage of bullets.
There's a huge shortage of everything from what I'm hearing.
I bought a new FN 5.7 and I can't get bullets. I had to get bullets through a friend that had a stockpile.
I gave you a magazine, an extra magazine that I had, and you're like, thank you, I have no bullets
No bullets to put in.
But
I only been able to shoot it once because you can't spare the bullets. And they're, right now they went from like 20, 30 cents a bullet to $1 a bullet.
it doesn't even matter, even if you're willing to pay for it, you just can't get it. Can't find it. Can't find it.
What a gun, bro.
It is nice. It's so soft shooting.
Oh my God.
Very, very, very accurate. It's like a laser beam.
That thing, but it's huge.
It's pretty big.
It's
It's
pretty big.
I don't think you could carry that.
It's not a carry gun, but
No.
man, does it shoot really nice. Anyways, you got anything? You want to add anything? You want to talk about anything? Anything? AJ's coming out with anything new?
We do have some new stuff actually. The New World Connecticut is getting a Gordo finally, a 660.
Yeah.
That'll be out probably
Real
mid-September. I think it was missing, and it'll be in a 10-count box. And retail for around.
By a white 10 count?
No, not a white one. No, you like white?
Oh, no.
You don't like white anything.
That's why he asked you.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah, so it'll be more narrow for shelf space because obviously, as manufacturers, we have to realize that your shelf space is not growing. We expand and bring out new products. We don't really discontinue anything, but you don't grow here.
You're welcome to build a AJ Fernandez cabinet right there.
That's been in like the deep planning for years.
Yeah, exactly.
Adriana was in those plans, and
Yes.
Adriana took them with her.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Hey, wait. So Batman has his Robin. Where is your Robin? Where is Frankie?
Man, Frankie's probably watching and he should be asking some questions.
Is he home? Is he basketball
He's
practice? He's in
probably at basketball. Yeah.
Are they playing basketball again?
No, but he's working out with his son, and
Oh,
we're trying to
there's
get the gym this
travel
weekend.
basketball. There's travel
They're
basketball.
still, but they're not doing very well because every tournament there's an outbreak. Everyone comes back with COVID, so you got to be
Oh, I
very
didn't know
careful.
that.
So my kid works out at home. Relax. There's no need for that.
No.
Let's take
no
it slow. We're
exposure.
waiting on a vaccine, a viable vaccine.
Russia said they have one.
Yeah, you can test it. You test it.
I got a picture of Gorbachev with some big breasts or something.
Oh my God.
I think it's got that type of reaction.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't even want to touch the subject of politics because obviously, it's a very sensitive topic and stuff like that. But for our business, the guy that's running it now, even though it's a little crazy, is good for our business. I don't think that.
Yeah, I think it was Charlie Minato of Half Wheel wrote a really good article about that and said something about if you really enjoy premium cigars, the administration that is there now is your ticket.
Yeah. I think that the other administration is
I
probably.
don't know. I don't even know where the other one stands. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, they haven't said anything.
I haven't heard anything, so
Besides the fact that I think he might remember.
that's a possibility, at least from all the memes. I mean, my goodness, it's like meme heaven. Meme heaven. So anyway, you were talking about AJ's new stuff. Just got word that he's going to put up another factory.
What?
Yeah. So I think they're going to change the name of the city from Estelí to AJ Fernandez. Just
No, AJ Fernandez, and in parentheses, if he's not watching, I hope he sees the recording, is Don Corleone.
Don Corleone. Yep.
And you gotta kiss the ring.
Yep. I've been telling him for a long time to have a factory just for his core lines from the New World, Bellas Artes, Last Call, Dia de Gloria, and have their home where that's where those are made, because he makes so many brands for so many other people, and a lot of them, I love them too. Viva la vida. I mean, luckily we distribute them, Ramon Bayones too. So.
Yeah, but I agree. I mean, you got to look at success and the people that have been successful before you, and people that have been successful before you, they have like a specific place just for their core brands. And then the same people make that cigar all the time, or the same group makes that cigar all the time.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of things in this industry, a lot of people that do good, a lot of manufacturers that do good in this industry is all about consistency.
Right. I was talking to him about that yesterday, and how there are certain brands, I think you would agree with me, when you travel, you obviously travel with your cigars and when we could travel, but there's brands and lines within those brands that you can buy that cigar anywhere, any year, at any part of this planet, and you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
And I feel that AJ has that, especially with the New World.
The New World,
I mean, you can pick this up anywhere, and all of them. And he's really, really hyper focused on the quality control and the stockpile of tobacco to be able to continue to make that consistent cigar year after year. Not everyone can do that. Only those that are really, really, really settled on that.
It's funny because a lot of people come out with new cigars, and I tell the guys here, they love the cigar the first time. It's better buy the boxes now, because when the next shipment comes, it's going to be
How
different.
many times have you heard that?
That happens all
This
the
was
time.
good, but the first release. I remember the original release.
The original release.
Why did it change?
Well, you get it all the time, especially with your regulars and stuff like that. Like recently, somebody just walked by, and I won't say the cigar, obviously, but the guy walked by and he goes, "Hey, Aquila," I said, "George, yeah." Not the same.
Don't say the cigar.
Yeah, don't say the cigar, but it already changed.
Wow.
So, but you have to also take into consideration that it also has to do with the fact that we're dealing with a natural product, a crop.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about you, but when I go hunting or whatever the case is, if I target shoot and I put my scope on target with a box of bullets, I try to stay with that box of bullets.
Of course.
With that, what do they call that? Not,
Point of impact. I mean, you want
but I'm
repetition.
saying it's with that lot. You want to stay on the same lot.
Yes.
And the same thing with cigars, because the following year conditions might be a little different. Although you try to maintain the consistency in the process, but the soil is the soil.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the weather is the weather. You can't control that all the time to be the same. I mean, they do a fantastic job. The manufacturers do with sticking with the taste.
That year after year, that cigar could be the same with different crop, with different conditions.
Yeah, they have that.
Where it's not expected in wine, it's not the same.
No.
But in cigars, it is. You're expected to have that same flavor. That's why people keep
It's
coming
funny
back to
because
it, right?
wine, I recall, I think it's either a dry season, it's a good season, or whatever the case
Funny, I
is.
always
makes it
said,
better.
why don't we date our cigars?
Right.
So, this is crop from 2007, 2009. So we can know, but there's so many different tobaccos. It's not like the wine is just one
Yes.
wine. Tobacco, we have 4 or 5 different ones. So
Right.
I don't know which
Yeah,
one
there's
we're
a
gonna
bunch
get.
of leaves in there
Bunch of
that
different
could be
leaves,
from
it's
last
hard to
year,
do.
the year
That's right.
before, and 2 years
That's
ago,
correct.
or
Right,
whatever.
it's
and It's hard
complicated.
to do it.
So the new factory is going to be for its core line, or the new factory is going to be for everything else?
For the core lines, for his portfolio, AJ's portfolio
AJ,
lines. Yep.
You guys distribute.
That we distribute here. Correct.
And he told me last time I talked to him that he had refurbished the entire compound down there.
The house is, it's his logos everywhere, from the bottom of the pool to the shower doors, the curtains.
We got to go.
And then it's all up to date. I didn't think it needed updating.
Little
I thought it was
Versace
perfect.
style.
Yeah, a little bit.
The sprinkler head in Versace Mansion has the logo on it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You noticed that, huh?
AJ, yeah. Well, I was there several times. I was there for the cigar snob party.
You have a good story about that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I could say it. I was there for the cigar snob party. So I know which story you're referring to. So if you know a little bit about us, you know that my partner Aquiles is a huge Jay-Z fan.
Oof.
And you know that Jose Hollywood, that was my employee, or our employee here, that's the rep for Rocky, is
Our
a
adopted
huge
son.
adopted son. Yeah, he's a huge AJ fan. I mean, Jay-Z fan.
Yeah.
So he gets a call for a cigar rolling event for New Year's, and he says, "No, look, I don't do that anymore. You know what? I'm going to give you my ex-boss's number, so you can call George and ask George about it, and he'll take care of you." So long story short, I get a call. The girl goes, "I need a cigar roller for New Year's," and I go, "That's very difficult, because on top of it, it's New Year's, it's South Beach, parking, this, that, and the other." And I said, "I really don't want to do it. I'd rather be home with my family, my friends, or whatever plans I got." She goes, "Come on, help me out, find something, give me ideas." So I gave her ideas. I said, cigar roller, I got one, and go by themselves. No, I can't have somebody by themselves, this, that, and the other. I said, well, the other thing is a cigar connoisseur. You could take the top 10 cigars in the year, top 20 cigars in the year. You can take the top 10 and double them up, and you can have somebody talk about them, and this, that, and the other. And so long story short, the lady goes, keep coming with ideas, keep coming up with ideas. So I sold her on that idea, and then she calls me back like 3 days before the event, and she goes, "Can you get Cubans?" And I'm going like, "Okay, let me find out, let me see what I can do," because I have a friend that's like a brother that lives in Grand Cayman, and he's always in Cuba. So sure enough, I pick up the phone, I call him on the cell, and I said, "Hey, Roper, I need a couple of boxes of Cuban cigars. Can you hook it up?" And he goes, "No, I'm here. I'm in Cuba. I'm in Baracoa. I got you." And that was the year that the #2 Monte Cristo was the cigar of the year.
Right.
So I said, "You know what? Bring me 2 boxes, ship them to me. Whatever it is, I'll take care of it, and I'll try to see if I can get it in time for the event." I still don't know who the event is for. It's at the Versace Mansion.
Beautiful.
I have no idea. So long story short, I guess Roper flies to Miami from Cuba to Grand Cayman to Miami, and calls me from the airport and says, "Hey, I got your 2 boxes of cigars." I said, "I thought you were mailing to them." "No, I'm here. Pick them up. Pick me up and pick them up." So I pick them up. I got the box of cigars. I tell the lady, "Look, I don't go anywhere New Year's for less than $1,000. And she goes, "Okay." And I said, "And I don't, I won't go unless I have a bottle of champagne to celebrate New Year's." She goes, "Okay, check. And I said, "And I want $1,200 for the box of Monte Cristo #2. She goes, "Okay, but you have to sign a release. You can't tell anybody where you're at. You can't tell anybody who it is.
Pictures.
This, that, and the other. No pictures, whatever. You got to be here at 6, and you got to work until 2 in the morning." I go, "Perfect." So I grab my shit, go over there, get to the place. They take my phone, they take my wife's phone, they put it in a safe. They lock the phones up. You sign a release, and then you go outside.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm in North Carolina.
He's in North Carolina. Jose has no idea. We were speculating the day before who it was, who was here in Miami for New Year's, all the stars, all this, that. No. We didn't have a clue. I get there, lock everything up. All of a sudden, Jay-Z walks out. Jay-Z walks out with a pair of linen pants, no shoes, a t-shirt, and with his protege, or the guy that Emory Jones.
Best friend.
And his best friend. So we start talking cigars, and I said, "I hear that Monte Cristo #2 is your favorite." He goes, "No, I smoke Commodores."
Yeah.
And I'm going like, "Okay, great." So he gives me a Commodore, and then he grabs a Monte Cristo, and he looks around, and he sees all these fucking balloons everywhere. I mean, there's balloons.
Were they gold, you told me? Or?
They were gold balloons with the 2000 and I think it was 17, 18, whatever it was. And he looks at my wife and he says, "What do you think about the balloons?" And I open my eyes like that, and I look at my wife like saying, "Don't say shit." And my wife looks at me and I go, "Okay, he asked you." And she says, "They're tacky." Bro, that guy whistled, and they took all the balloons. They disappeared them into the Moroccan room instantaneously. And then we just hung out there. Emory Jones brought me deuces, is what they drink. And my wife was drinking, what's that gold bottle?
Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. And then it was Kevin Durant, it was Destiny's Child, all of them. It Rick Ross. It was, oh my God, it was a ton of people there. It was just hilarious. And I couldn't tell anybody where I was.
You didn't have a phone.
You didn't
I
have a
didn't
phone?
have a phone. And I couldn't take a picture or anything. And I'm going like, these guys are gonna die. Because these guys, I mean, they don't do cigar shows. I get all the cigar shows. These guys would have done this in a heartbeat.
For sure.
And they didn't do it. And we ended up, but at 2 in the morning, crack at 2 in the morning, they come up, take the rest of the cigars. And I said, look, bro, nobody's gonna believe that I was here with you. I said, is there anything that you can do? And I said, I'll sign your box. And I took a Sharpie and he signed my box. And it's in the office in his side of the desk because he's the biggest fan. So it was like really funny that I get to go and spend New Year's with Jay-Z, Beyonce, and all these people, and I'm not that big of a fan. And these guys are in front row. They know every
Everything,
letter,
yeah,
know every
yeah.
word, and they
And you're like, whatever, you know?
whatever. Yeah, we've had some good runs.
So the moral of that story is, if you need somebody to do a cigar event for New Year's this year, you know George's rate. you know what he drinks.
And you know how much it costs.
The only thing you're going to have to add this year is some N95s, and he's good.
Yeah, we've had some interesting events like that. We did a cigar event for the VMA Awards.
I saw you for the Miami Heat. You do all the events.
We were the official cigar roller for the Heat for
Yep.
a while, and then we did an
Daddy's.
event
It was Puff
at
Daddy.
P. Diddy's house.
P. Diddy's house.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there too. A lot of
These guys got to go to that.
And I like how you put it. That was interesting.
Yeah, because that's not my thing. I mean, I was like super impressed because I met Diana Ross,
Oh.
and I have a
Hello.
nice picture with
Hello.
I have a nice picture with
Paris
Paris
Hilton.
Hilton. You know,
Oh,
but
wow.
these guys were all about Mary J. Blige. They were all about who else was there? Oh, Eva Mendes. She looks as good in person as she does on TV.
Really, yeah.
She was wearing a white beater. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Works.
Yeah.
If it works, pull it off, right?
It was awesome.
Bro, it was crazy. The guy comes in with people playing the drums, like those Chinese drums, those big
Wow.
drums, and there's rose petals on the floor, and nobody can go in the kitchen, and we can see the kitchen from outside.
Sounds like coming to America
Yeah, absolutely. It looked
The
like
dessert
a
was a naked
commercial
woman, and all
kitchen.
these desserts were on top of her.
on a naked woman.
Yeah, they had a naked, four super strong guys carrying a naked chick, and she had a leaf right there in the spot with chocolate. And then everything around her was fruits and stuff like that. So they took her all the way to the gazebo at the end, and he picked up the microphone and says, "Hey, dessert is served." And he goes like that, scoops of chocolate. He says, "What a pig, bro."
That's crazy.
There was naked chicks dancing, but with like a translucent bodysuit or stuff like that. It was, I mean, they had Xbox and had PlayStation and they had a sushi bar and they had all sorts of stuff all over that
Everywhere.
compound, everywhere. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, no cameras. All the bodyguards were out in a tent, sweating their balls off because it was hot in Star Island.
Yeah.
But he didn't let anybody in otherwise. Neither did Jay-Z by that
No.
matter.
Wow.
Jay-Z, Rick Ross came in with the security guard and he introduced himself and stuff. And I'm pretty observant. And he said to him, "Is that your security guard?" Yeah. He goes, "No, you gotta go upstairs. That bottom side by the pool at Versace was just for that." They had all the cameras taped. They had all the blocked in, blocked out. Nobody had any idea that they were there. Nobody.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, that's not my thing. That's their thing. So, I mean, I get to hang out. Oh, you know who I hung out with too at P. Diddy's house? What's that lady that did Tina Turner, that did Tina Turner in the movie?
Oh,
You know her name.
yeah. Angela Bassett.
She was there.
Oh my God. What a beautiful woman.
Yeah, very elegant,
Wow,
very elegant.
Super elegant.
Super nice.
yeah. So we've gotten to do some crazy shit here. We have a friend that says that Sabor Havana is built on ancient burial ground.
It's a crazy place. A lot of
I mean,
crazy stuff.
let me tell you, if at every episode you could probably do one of these stories, and he's got some amazing stories. I love hearing them, and I hear them over and over. I sometimes remember more details than he does.
Which one is your favorite video though?
Oh no, let me tell you. That video, and it's funny because you're not only putting it up now, and when it pops up as a memory on your Facebook timeline. When did the 20th anniversary Fuente come out?
Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Like 3 years, yeah, something like that. And you kept doing that, and I saw that when it happened, and it was the funniest thing in the world. And you keep putting it up, like I don't know, often now.
No, I put it
I
up.
crack up
I
so
put it
bad.
up the other day because I did that Fuente Friday thing, and Carlito called
that's
me up,
right.
and we were talking about it, and he goes, "Bro, I wish I could find that video." And I said, "I got you."
I got you. Watch.
And I rocked it again. And
How
oh
many
my
people
God.
lost their job because of that?
I don't know,
I hope
but a
not,
lot of
but-
people came close. A lot of people came
Wow,
close.
that was awesome.
He was like, "Oh my God, yeah." I had to send him a private message and say, "Bro, look at the box. It's got a hole. It's fake." He goes, "I know. You're a ball buster. Keep it going." It was.
That video is classic. Some people don't get it. They don't understand. Like, okay, so you got 13, 14 boxes of 20 here. What's the big deal?
I still get calls.
Wow.
I get DMs from people and going, "Hey, you got any more of those 20 left?" And I'm going like, "Bro, that was 2 years ago. That was
Years ago.
fake. That
Yeah.
was, you know."
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I mean, listen, you know, considering the fact that we've been here in this location for going on 19 years, you know,
That's
we have
amazing.
2,000 open boxes of cigars. You know, we have a little bit over 250,000, almost 300,000 in inventory. I mean, there's a lot of stories, a lot of shit that's happened here that, you know, you can just go over, you know.
And compound on that all the stories that you hear from the people that come in. And I mean,
Some
you
of
can-
some of those stories we can.
Yeah, some of the stories we
well,
can't tell.
maybe we can move it to a different channel.
It's another channel. We say
Another channel, you know.
Yeah, it's,
It'll cause a lot of divorces.
yeah.
You know, you don't have to say that the dessert at the
Two
Diddy
for him,
thing, you
two
first
for
did it
him,
here.
two for the other
and
guy,
then,
two for the
Yeah,
other
we've gone through a
guy.
lot of divorces. This story has gone through a lot of
Yeah.
divorces.
I think that a good divorce lawyer would do well here.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
You
the
get
only
a lot of
thing.
business.
That's the only thing missing here. It's the only thing that doesn't hang out.
No, well, we have a patent attorney up
Yeah,
there.
there
you go.
We have a patent attorney up
We have
there.
criminal lawyers and stuff, and that.
Yeah, that's the divorce lawyer.
So you're not doing any dinners. You can't do any dinners and stuff, right? What's
Well,
the last one you had? Was
well,
I
Nadal?
told him we should do one for election day.
Well, but I mean,
Nodal was the last one.
Rafael, that AJ was going to be here and he had to go.
Yeah,
He was
right,
here.
COVID,
That's
right?
right.
COVID was
But now it's different. See, I heard today that by August 31st, you're going to be able to
That's
do
it, you already announced
50% or 25%.
I was just told that
50%.
50% occupancy
Yeah,
for restaurants.
so I can do that. I can do that because 50%, if I could put, you know, normally I could put 48 people in here, but if I could, you know, instead of doing 8 per table, I do 6 per table.
Right.
You know, I could do 36 people, you know, that's good enough.
And
But
then the later we go, we could even do a tent outside.
that's the
because the
other
weather
thing.
will be better.
That's what we're planning too. I'm
That's what I
glad
was
you brought
thinking for
that up.
election night since November.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
we're
cool.
also.
That would be really cool. How
we're
about
also-
smoke this?
Yeah, we're also working on that as well, because Smoke This is outside, so we're talking to the city, we're talking, you know, following the CDC guidelines and stuff. We're about to post something about Smoke This. So we were thinking about stretching Smoke This to Saturday and Sunday. So you do 150 people on Saturday, the first 150 people that buy tickets on Saturday, the second 150 people on Sunday. They come in, pick up their bag, and then there will be some food and drinks with distance.
With distance.
And not as like we
Well, if
do
you
before.
do 150 with the size tent you had last year, I
There'll
think
be
you're
enough
more
time.
than good. I
And
think
then
you're
we
really
do
good.
use the tent for the dinner the night before, that
That's
we do
right.
the Cigars under the stars thing. So we're like, you know, really far behind because the permits and stuff, but how do you request a permit
You
for
can
something?
request a
You can't even get anybody on the phone.
Well,
I mean, and then to go there, it's
I can.
no. I don't know if JC knows who the real mayor is.
No, but I can. So, you know, we're trying to work on that. We're trying to figure that out. Anybody had any questions? Nobody typed in any questions? Good. Nobody gives a shit.
A lot of people just saying hi, saludos.
Nobody gives a
Rafael
shit.
Nodal says saludos, Rafael.
Rafael Nodal from AJ Room. That was our last dinner. That was good.
That was the last dinner, yeah.
And AJ chickened out and took a flight right away.
We're going to close the airport. They didn't want to get stuck here.
Billy's been very active.
Billy is a big fan, and I'm a huge fan.
Billy, yeah, those guys, bro, when they owned that store in New York, I'll never forget.
He's got a
Holy
good
moly.
story about that. But maybe, you know what, maybe Billy and Gus will come down in a couple months
We'll
when
do
they
it.
can.
Yeah, we'll do it.
And
We'll
you
do
can
it.
share that
Because there is
story.
no time for this. I mean, you know, after hours with George, I can do it anytime.
Tim Wong is asking if there's ever going to be a Gran Llave factory.
A La Gran Llave Factory. Yeah, Timmy, that's might get, you know, Timmy Wong, wow. Out of California. He really knows how to prod that.
He's got some friendship or something going on.
Yeah,
He's
must
pushing.
be.
Is he like really close to Angel or something?
Possibly. I'm surprised Angel didn't come by.
I haven't seen Angel. I don't before the pandemic.
He called me just before this because he's been hiding in Alamoran.
Yeah, but I don't even know what.
I would too, but you know.
I mean, I like, it's like a pandemic. It's all, he's been gone before, but he's been building that place with keys and stuff.
Yeah.
It's some crazy stuff. I don't,
So,
but
you're a basketball coach. What do you think about the NBA playoffs?
It was weird at first, honestly. The playoffs I thought were a little weird, and then I'm kind of getting used to it. I think the players are getting used to it. What I'm very surprised about is these 150 to 100, 110. I mean, blowout games, crazy scoring. It's like an All-Star game.
Yeah.
I'm glad the Heat got the sweep.
That's sweet.
They get the rest a little bit.
The consolation prize, they play against Milwaukee.
They got to play against Milwaukee. We'll see what happens, but they got to play it, right? They got to play it. There's no home court. It's weird, but at least it's something to watch. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not
No,
the same.
it doesn't
Weird.
feel the same.
Without the fans there, it's
No,
weird.
and they're superimposing the logos to make it more home court. I don't know if you noticed when they have that regular camera from the center, you'll have the Heat logo there if it's the Heat's the home team.
Yeah.
But then when they show the side cameras or whatever, there's no logos on the floor.
Oh,
So the only logos that are there are the NBA and the Black Lives Matter. That's the only thing that's there.
Yeah, I haven't watched
seen a
the
couple
game
games.
fully.
I'll wait till the Lakers get to the finals.
The baseball is really weird. It's really quiet and you hear things. I don't know.
I haven't seen one base, not even
The
one.
baseball is really weird. Really
That's
weird.
Football's gonna allow fans.
Yeah, the
The Dolphins are
Dolphins,
gonna allow 13,000.
13,000 people.
Oh, they will?
Yeah, they are.
I don't know how they're gonna do that, but
Well, coño,
I mean it's big,
it's
but
60,000 people fit in there.
yeah, but then people get in a line. You want to go get beer at the same time. Everybody goes to the bathroom at the same time. We know that.
Yeah, everybody goes to the bathroom during the break.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
At least we
I
have
don't know.
football
I mean,
season. Hopefully we have a football season.
Yeah, football.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to.
that'll be fun, as well. But
Colleges are the ones that are.
we'll
College
probably
football is done.
we'll probably open up. We'll probably open up.
ACC, SEC, there's like 3 or 4 conferences are gonna play.
We'll probably open up on Sundays when football season starts. But I mean, we close on Sundays now for that reason.
Yeah.
Because there's no sports.
There's no sports.
I mean, although I did come on Sunday by myself, but it's at 2:00 in the afternoon, and I watched the Indy 500 because, I normally like watching the Indy 500, but if I sit outside in my yard and smoke, I mean, I'll melt.
Yeah, it's too hot.
It's
hot
like
right now.
way too hot. So I come here, I shut the door and by myself, and I watch the Indy 500 and smoke. And
But then you post a picture with the cafecito and the pastelito by the car, and you put somewhere but really nowhere, but everybody knows exactly where you're at, so then people
Somewhere
show
really
up.
nowhere.
Escape.
What are you getting? Water?
The moment you
A drop of water?
the moment that you post that picture, everyone knows you're here and they start coming.
Well, figure, let's see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Like being alone is kind of nice sometimes, But everybody keeps asking the after hours. Well, here, it's after 7. We sat here for a little while. I think we're going on like 35, 40 minutes or something like that. So.
It doesn't feel that long but it's
Well, but that's what it's about. It's called shit.
no, I mean I'm surprised we've gotten a couple words.
I got a couple words.
You got a couple.
We're talking about cigars. We're talking
You gotta
about
give me
guns.
credit.
We're talking about what else? We're talking about. We're
You're
talking about
crazy.
whiskey,
It's
the
yeah, the
Macallan,
Macallan.
and then we're talking Cuban, which is shit.
It's I'm loving it.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, well, I mean, I think that should be a good first run.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 10, 12 people watching.
Glad to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, well, you were the one with the idea, bro. I mean, let's see what happens next. I mean, I'm hoping that next we can get maybe Jose Ortega from my father
That's
with his
good.
home field advantage.
That's good.
And he can tell us all about the new Fonseca that they took over.
That's right.
And we've smoked it, me and Aquiles, obviously, because home field advantage.
Of course.
And
an incredible cigar.
it was really good cigar. So, do you know that after Fonseca and Ortega and my father are here, that Grenier is going to be sitting next
Yeah,
to
for
him.
sure.
Oh, for sure.
HBC is
For
going to
sure.
be.
I don't see him that much. He doesn't-
Probably monthly.
Me está tratando de endulzar. He took me out to lunch for my birthday today, and he paid for lunch and everything.
No, he even got the shelf talker in the shot.
It's amazing.
Renier es un caballo.
So listen, thanks for being our guinea pig. Thanks for the idea. Thanks for coming out. I hope it's successful and we can keep doing it. We're also going to do. We're going to figure out a code. What are we going to give it a code?
Let's come up with a code. and come up with a deal. You had talked about doing
So
5
after
packs.
hours, AJ, if you come over here and you watch the video and you see the video, we're gonna run it through Instagram as well, and we're gonna send it to YouTube, to our YouTube channel. So if you come up to Ellie, come on over here. Come on over here, Ellie. Well, you know Ellie. She doesn't want to come, she's camera shy. But you know Ellie that runs the store, so if you come to Ellie and you give Ellie the code, which is after hours with AJ, at Sabor Havana or whatever, we'll give you 15% off on anything of AJ Fernandez. And if you like the Macallan 12, if you like any of the Macallan products, we're very associated with Mega Wine and Spirits, which are down the block here in Doral. So my friend Manny is the buyer, and you mentioned Sabor Havana, they'll probably give you a little bit of a break. So all my boys at Macallan, Roger Naranjo and Mike Guido, all the guys that are NBC, thank you for sending me this so I can have it in the shot and I can enjoy it. And thank you for the support always with Smoke This. Thank you, Omar, for being here, and
Thank you for your support all year long.
hopefully after we're here, we can get you back here again.
Big shoes to fill after that.
Yeah, buddy. Those are big shoes.
So we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you to Aber Productions for
Thank you, guys.
making it a production.
Yeah, make it a
It is
production.
a production. This is
I
amazing.
mean, yeah, they sent this whole. I mean, I took pictures. I posted. You can see all the stuff that they
I mean,
brought.
look at the makeup. The makeup is
Yeah,
phenomenal.
the makeup is great.
Yeah,
They
we
made
need
a-
that next time.
Yeah, the little shine on my bald head and stuff like that. But thanks to them, they're great. If you need anything with audio, visual, electronics, lighting, any of that, these guys, there's nothing simple. Everything of theirs is top notch. What they do is they do it right, or they don't do it at all. So that's the reason why they brought all this equipment, the lighting, the stuff. They set us up. They did a trial. They got the cables taped to the floor so nobody trips. All those kind of precautions and things. So I thank them.
Little things.
Thank you very much for your support. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
have to
Thanks,
figure
guys.
out how the fuck do I do it next time with just my iPhone.
They'll be back.
But thanks a lot.
Thank you
I
very much,
appreciate it.
everybody.
Thanks everybody for watching. Sabor Havana Cigars at Doral. Thanks you. See ya. Good night. That was pretty good, I got it.
Unbelievable.